My friend asked me to refinish this table for her that's been in her family for 5 generations. So, no pressure. I am really feeling it though, because look at this thing. It is definitely in rough shape. It was passed down from her great grandfather, and she fondly remembers it being in her grandmother's house her whole life with pictures on it. And then her dad had it, and then now she has it. So it's super special. She really wants it to match her furniture in her bedroom. So I'm going to strip this thing down to raw wood and then get it stained up real nice for her. So I love using Klean Strip 15-minute formula. I'm sure most of you guys are pretty keen to that too. It's such a good stripper. It works on anything. And then I've got some wire brushes. Lately, I have been buying the multi-pack for the steel wool. The multi-pack is really handy because I'll show you. I do this little trick on the legs, and you guys might already know how to do it, but I just learned, and so I'm going to be sharing that. And then I have some paper towels. I like to have some baby wipes nearby, and then I didn't show it, but I do have some kitty litter on hand, because at the end, I usually pour the kitty litter in the box of goop, and it kind of soaks it all up, so that way I can put it in a trash bag and take it to the waste facility. I like to get it on there as quick as I can. I probably waste a bunch of this, but I do put it on pretty darn thick and then brush it on with a bristle brush. You need something with a natural fiber bristle because the plastic stuff can melt. I'll just get it on there as quick as I can, and then the chemical reaction happens underneath. And so I'm the type of person, I tend to want to mess with things and keep brushing too much, but this is the kind of thing I really have to control myself and just let it sit for 15 minutes as much as I want to try to brush it one more time, because the chemicals are, whatever it's doing is underneath the surface, and so if you disrupt the layer, then that'll mess it up. So you just want to leave it set for 15 minutes. So you saw me use the steel wool. I was using that to try to remove some of the stuff. And I can't believe I totally forgot to mention that I am going to be using after wash in this project. And so I didn't use it on the top. It really would have helped me a lot to use it on the top, but I totally forgot about it until about halfway through the project that I even had any after wash in the garage. So I ran and grabbed some, but it helps a ton. This little guy I'm using here is a scraper tool. I think it's by the Hyper Tools brand. It has all these different attachments. You can use it on wet or you can use it on dry projects as well. Now I'm getting to the legs, and the legs are a little trickier. I probably should have had a little glass jar to pour the stuff in. You can see how I divided this project up into sections. Basically, the top was one section, and then now this leg is one section. So you can divide yours up however you want. Maybe there's a better way, but I'm applying it, let it sit for 15 minutes again, and then now I'm going in to scrape off the gunk. This is the little trick I was talking about. It's so handy. I've got my steel wool, and this is, I think, the coarse one, the more coarse one, and then my magical after wash. And watch what it does, guys. Look at that. I mean, legs like this are really tricky to use stripper on. And so this little trick, you can see me like, I'm almost like shimmying it back and forth. It was really doing such a good job. And then I've got paper towel to remove the stuff, because you can't scrape these legs, right? You know, you get down to the legs and And maybe there's a better way. Maybe there's an even better way. But all the times I've done stripping, this has been such a game changer for me. So hopefully there's somebody out there that hasn't tried this yet, and now you guys will know to try it. But the afterwash, the steel wool, the paper towels, and the wire brushes just make it so easy to get all this gunk off. And now look at that wood under there. I mean, it is beautiful. I'm feeling pretty good about this project. I think I can get her vision to come to life here. So see that little shimmy? Such a good little trick. Works like magic. And now that I'm watching this, you know what I should do next time is put a spray bottle, put the afterwash in a spray bottle and spray it on. So that way I'm not wasting it, because it's hard to it's hard to pour it onto the legs, but I'm going to try that next time. Then I've got to go in and sand. I mean, this is a real restoration here. You know, a lot of times on my channel, I'm doing easy one-step paints. I'm doing, just clean it and go kind of thing. But this is one of those things. This piece is, it's an heirloom. It is so special, and it really needed the full restoration process. So I only have enough energy to do these every once in a while, but they're so rewarding. Times like these, I really wish I had one of those fancy surf prep sanders, or, you've seen those like really nice sanders that grip around the edges. But honestly, this little pad on my Bosch, it does a pretty good job on the legs. Look at how good it did. I love the raw wood look on this piece, but that's not what the customer ordered. They want a specialty mix that's going to match their bedroom furniture. So I took these two Amy Howard gel stains and mixed them together to get that perfect color that was going to match my friend's bedroom furniture exactly. And to do that, I did about half of the Kensington Black and half of the English Walnut of these water-based gel stains. And I'm telling you, they are so easy to work with. We're talking soap and water cleanup. No bad smells. It's just super easy. And the wood at this point has been through a lot these past few days. You think about like when you bleach your hair blonde, this thing's been through a lot. It needs something nourishing. So I'm really happy to be able to put something on the wood that is going to seep into it and just give it that moisture and nourishment and just kind of bring it back to life. So this stuff is perfect for that. I'm going in the strips of the wood grain. And speaking of that, I don't know what kind of wood this is. I've been staring at this table for a few days now, and I have no idea what kind of wood it is. There's some staining, so I think that's kind of confusing me. But if you know what kind of wood this is, if you have a good guess, let me know. I let that dry a few days out in the garage, and then now I'm back to give it even more moisture and also a protective layer of beeswax. This is Vintage Wood by Amy Howard again, and it's just going on like butter. It looks like butter, it goes on like butter, and you can tell it's just exactly what the wood needed. I just know this wood is so happy right now. I'm giving it like this little spa treatment, it feels like. It just seems to be drinking up the moisture from this beeswax polish. It's just the perfect sheen. It's going to match her furniture, and I think she's just going to be over the moon with this result. I went into this feeling a little overwhelmed. It was definitely a project. But this was one of those projects that just turns out just how you hope it will. It's so pretty, and I know she's going to cherish it, and it will be with her for many more years, and I'm sure she'll pass it on to her children. So I was very happy to be a part of it. Make sure to check out all the Amy Howard products I used today in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!